Hey, hello, hello. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I will say I chuckled this morning with the Elle daily messages, or when I did my morning readings, I thought, I wonder if any of you out there are feeling this way. So, who woke up, or maybe throughout the day, have had a few more negative thoughts than you typically do? I'll confess, I woke up that way. I woke up immediately thinking about and for you, it can be any situation. So if you're single like myself, I know mine sometimes ends up being about love and relationships, just wanting to find my person. So that's immediate was what I was thinking about. I'm like, what if I never find him? What if I'm single the rest of my life? Oh, I'm so tired of being alone. I'd love to have a partner, blah, 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 blah. Kind of the negative side of being single. And I'm like, no, focus on all the good, realign to that. And then it's funny though, once I was kind of redirecting the thoughts there, I was going down rabbit holes on the negative aspects of, and not even negative aspects. It's like my brain just doesn't turn off. So, like, even for me, let me know if you do this. I find that, I don't know if it's a type A thing where I'm like, Ellen, you've got to just chill out a little bit. So, this could be a reminder for some of you, or maybe you experience somebody else that's this way. So, this story will help you to understand them. Because the way my brain sometimes works is I'm always so task oriented that I could just be getting ready and I'm thinking about putting away my next items that I use. So I put my skincare on and then I do my makeup and then, oh, I'm like, oh, my curling iron's still hot. I'll put that away. Like thinking about just trying to get my stuff put away. And then, I mean, with that, there's like another 80,000 thoughts about work, about love, about friendships, about what I said the other day. It's just funny. So when I catch myself in that moment, I really have to surrender to obsessive thinking, right? So here's the two things that I pulled right after I had that crazy busy morning, thinking, wow, why does my brain work this way? The two things that I pulled was surrender to obsessive thinking. And I wrote down, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn that dilemma over to spirit. So whether you believe in God, Jesus, whoever you believe in, turn it over. Even if it's just self, turn it over, and doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So mine wasn't even a problem I was necessarily trying to solve. I was just overthinking it. And sometimes it's better just maybe to pop on some music and focus on music in that case, or a podcast. So what I found is I didn't have a podcast on, I didn't have music. I was just alone with my own thoughts. Not a bad thing always, but if you find your obsessive thinking, try to regain to positive obsessive thinking. So that's that. And then the card, so you know me, I love my angels. And so archangels have always been a kind of a piece of me. And so there's a booklet I have. And so I pulled a couple different pages. And the first one I opened up to was Beloved One from Archangel Samuel. And I love this. Here it is. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So just remember, Archangel Samuel tends to be with the love and relationships in that way. But this can be to any of you that are waiting for something that hasn't happened. Maybe your heart's desire has been to have a baby, maybe to retire early, maybe for another job, a new location, more money, abundance. Mine has been love. That's the one part that's been missing for me. Uh, And I have lots of love with my family and friends. I don't mean it like that. I'm a very fulfilled person when it comes to that, but I am missing that soul, romantic soul connection. So, where I go with that is just know whatever your heart's desiring, it is on its way. It will make sense to you one day why you've waited this long, and just keep going. So surrender that frustration that goes along with waiting and being patient. Surrender the obsessive thinking. Get out in nature. Do what you can do to just feel good in the present, in the moment. And then know that all is well. So what I wrote for this too is everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to be. So you'll find the hidden blessings in what you maybe don't understand now. It's kind of how I was saying, like, one day it'll be like, this is why it worked out this way. So that's good to know. And then the other aspect I wanted to talk a little bit about, and this one I think might have been for me, it was surrender your addictions. Well, I know it's always for me, but I'm thinking some of you might connect with it too. And so I found for myself, I was in this routine every day after work. I would go and get dinner somewhere. I'd just go to happy hour and sit belly up to the bar because it's myself and me. So cooking isn't always the most fun. And, you've maybe heard me mention that before, but where I'm going with this is I got in the habit. It was almost an addiction to get out of the house because I work from home all day. I'm like, I got to get out of the house, go get some food, get a drink, and that would be my evening. Well, I'll tell you, the last 2 months, I've been really focused on not going out to eat all the time right after work. I'll try to eat something at home. I won't have like a glass of wine or drink. And there's nothing wrong with that either. If that's your routine, it works great. For me, I just found that if I really want to get feeling good and lose some of that stress weight that I had gained, I knew that I needed to kind of get on a home diet or eating at home a bit more where I knew what I was eating. And I've also just kind of cut out some of the drinking. So I still will on a special occasion, but whatever your addiction is, maybe it's TV, maybe the ones I wrote down is addicted to substances, food, people, sex, overworking. There's so many different things that we can be addicted to, whether it's, some is good. Sometimes a good addiction is a good thing too. So I'm not saying it's always a bad thing, but evaluate what you find that you're doing the most. And is it benefiting your life, or is it need to kind of back down, and how can you replace it with something else and another alternative? So for me, a lot of times it's just the habit of having a glass of wine. Like I'm a coffee drinker in the morning, and then I love a glass of wine at the end of the day. So now I'm just doing a sparkling or Pellegrino. Is that how you say it? Pellegrino from Italy, that one. You know what I'm talking about? And then I put some yummy lemon and just a few like turmeric, cayenne, ginger, and it's fabulous. I don't even miss the wine. I do miss the wine too, and I still have wine. So that's my little story there. I'm going to wrap it up here just with the soul card and a couple questions for you. So let's go to the questions. The first one, when you're thinking negative thoughts, this is what I want you to ask. How can I focus on positive energy today? So what can I do to focus on the positive if you find yourself going negative? And then what can I do to shift my thinking should it become negative? So yeah, so how can you focus on the positive? What are you doing to focus on it? And then if you go into the negative, like I did, little negative Elle today, how are you going to change it? Okay, so that's your first question. And the affirmation with that is, my mind is light, even during the darkest day. There's always something bright, even in a dark day, right? And then I will say 2024 for me, I feel like I've gone from my little caterpillar self into that whole metamorphosis to become a beautiful butterfly. And that first 6 months of 2024 was crazy. And maybe you've experienced that too. Maybe it's been an interesting 2024. But know that you are becoming the best version of yourself. So I look at that and think sometimes it's painful going into the cocoon, or, there's times that you're in this moment of maybe darkness or the unknown, and it's like, wow, what is all this for? But you're growing and you're becoming this beautiful, brighter, awesome version. All of those things that were maybe a little bit dark have formed you to be who you are today. So I know it's kind of a funny version to think of it as a butterfly, but I think anyone on this channel is a beautiful butterfly. Started as your cute little caterpillar, and now you're this beautiful butterfly. So hope that resonates with you. So here's the question I have for you. Who am I? Ask yourself, who am I? Somebody were to say, can you give me an elevator pitch? Just give me a couple sentences about who you are. Would you be able to say it? I had to think about it. And what can you do to facilitate personal growth? So, that's what this life is about, really becoming better versions all throughout each year. So what can you do to continually grow? So those are those questions. And then let me read the acceptance card that I pulled, so you know that I have my soul journey book. So acceptance was the one that I got today, and I'll read that too. So here you go. Acceptance is a sacred act of power. Accept your light. Embrace all parts of yourself. Allow yourself to receive the gifts of the universe. You're worthy of these blessings and so much more. Your soul wants you to know, at times it may be difficult to fully accept yourself exactly as you are. So today I had to accept myself even in that like negative Nelly aspect. Like, where's this coming from? I actually have gotten really good. I don't know why it has the 27 or going down in seconds. Hopefully it's still working just fine. I really had to let go of that. And I kind of just laughed at myself too. Like, you're cute. You just stop worrying, actually talking to myself a little bit and saying, what are you worried about? So your soul wants you to know, at times it may be difficult to fully accept yourself exactly as you are, yet When you don't, you deny the divine part of you, your soul. In truth, every experience that you've had, even the ones that you thought weren't good, even the ones you thought were not good, allowed you to advance on your spiritual path. There were no wrong experiences. Everything that has occurred in your life has been part of a divine plan for your spiritual development. Let's see, if only you could see yourself, and if only you could see yourself as those in spirit and the spirit realm do, um, you'd know how remarkable and wondrous you are. As you increase your acceptance, you will help others love and unconditionally be at peace with themselves. And the more that you accept yourself, the more fulfillment you will experience. And your affirmation with that is, I unconditionally accept, cherish, and love myself just as I am. And, I find this. So the more that I accept my true self and just for all that I am, your soul, you're just holistically accept yourself. The more that I do feel, it improves people around you too, because people see that it resonates. So I believe if you're on this channel, you are one that is growing and evolving on a spiritual level, on a soul level. So congratulations. You are making a big difference in the world more than you know. So keep going and just allow acceptance for yourself and for others. And you'll see how it continues to shift in your life. I know it's really helped me over the last, I think I've been on this spiritual journey for sure. I've always been spiritual, but when I really kind of started that awakening process was 2014. And it's just continued to get better year after year. So I'm hoping you're finding that too. So finally, we'll end with the quote of the day and the affirmations. So here you go. Why fit in when you're born to stand out? That's from Dr. Seuss. Why fit in when you're born to stand out? And I love that. It's true. You are special, you're unique. All of us are kind of like our own little DNA and snowflake. There's not one similar snowflake. They're all different out there, and that's just like us. We're all unique. So be you and accept who you are, and that will resonate with others. And then here's just a good one to kind of keep moving forward. They don't really correlate today, but I don't know why. I'll just read it. Here you go. My ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. I like that. So just know you can conquer your challenges. You can succeed no matter what. And I'm just sending you so much love. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this today because there's a lot. I think it really is going to have to do something with obsessive thinking, and just knowing the best is yet to be. All right. Sending you lots of love. I will see you tomorrow.